I fled from Obinomba, Nigeria, to Onicha, Biafra. My Igbo-speaking family fled from Nigeria to Biafra, and we fled because thousands of Igbos from southeastern Nigeria were being killed in northern Nigeria. That organized killings of Igbos occurred from May 29, 1966 through September 29, 1966. That civil uprising preceded the war between Nigeria and Biafra. That war began on July 6, 1967 and ended on January 15, 1970. 1 in 15 Biafrans died during that 30-month-long war. In the list of the worst genocidal crimes of the 20th century that was committed against humanity, the death of 1 in 15 Biafrans was ranked 5th. In the evening of March 21, 1968, the day my hometown of Onicha was captured by Nigerian soldiers, we fled on foot and fled from 14 Mba Road, Onicha, Biafra, to Merchants of Light School, Oba, Biafra. Tens of thousands of refugees that fled from Onicha were camped at Merchants of Light School, Oba, Biafra. At about 6 o'clock of the following morning of March 22, 1968, we were alerted by fleeing refugees that advancing Nigerian soldiers had captured Onicha and might capture our refugee.
Do you know that military has taken over in Madagascar? A coup d'etat has been recorded in Madagascar due to the protest, the Gen Z protests happening in Madagascar. This Gen Z protest was due to a shortage of water and power, which these guys have been suffering for in Madagascar. Why the politicians are lavishing their resources, living an extravagant life, why the citizens are suffering. And the previous Nepal Gen Z protest now inspired these guys to go on the street and fight for their rights. Then the president ordered the police to shoot aside. And on this process, about 20 of these Gen Zs who were protesting were taken down. They were unalived. This instigated this protest to get to the next level, where the president even ordered the military to go out there and control this protest. And before you could know it, the military said that they are joining the youth on that protest. And these guys went out in their masses, in their numbers, to protest with these guys. And on the process, Colonel Mikel then took over the power, and this was announced officially why the president fled the country into France. Guys, what is really happening in Africa?
When innocent taxpayers demand accountability from their leaders, you begin to see the breed of irresponsible leaders we have in this country. The worst part is that they all demand maximum respect from the same citizens whose future they have looted. They demand this respect as if they have done nothing wrong. Recently, the Federal Minister of Works was seen on live TV displaying an act of shamelessness. You all saw his response when he was asked to give the cost per kilometer of the coastal line project he is in charge of. He flared up in anger, telling the innocent TV presenter that he was too small. Too small how? When you were coming for the interview, what did you expect to be asked? Did you expect Osheni to polish your shoes like others do? I was ashamed on his behalf. You could see him shouting, "I'm a professor, I'm a professor." Who made you a professor? A professor of what? I never knew we now have professors in practice. What a colossal disgrace.
First, from United Nations, then you talk about the legal things of Nnamdi Kanu going to ICC, or colliding, or conniving, or collaborating with International Bar Association to actually come and question Nigerian Judiciary.
You know, working with world lawyers, that's the International Bar Association.
World Bar Association.
Yes, to come and interfere, if possible, sanction the Nigerian Judiciary and at the same time the Nigerian Bar Association as regards them not, fighting for the release and against the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu, breaking the international law? What do you have anything to say?
I think it's a good idea, but I'm seeing it the other way around. The best thing to do is for the lawyers, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, to attend United Nations Summit. Send a representative, Kanu's legal team, someone to represent them, attend United Nations Summit at New York Secretariat, headquarters of UNO, and bring this matter on the floor.
They may not be allowed to speak there.
Listen, they may. Do you know why? America is not Nigeria. Donald Trump is not Tinubu. Nor is he Muhammad Buhari. In that place, at the gathering of the entire member nations, you have right to speak. If Biafrans could allow a United Nations summit, what are you saying? Kanu's lawyers could be allowed too. You come there and table your own plight, your problem before the floor members, before the member nations. They are going to pay attention to you. The issue is that the arrangement you are talking now is oncoming. You know why? United Nations first. From United Nations, then you talk about the legal teams of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu going to ICC, or colliding or conniving or collaborating with International Bar Association to actually come and question Nigerian Judiciary, especially the court. Why they fail to act? Because the court has finished their roles. It is Tinubu that is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not Igbo man. Anybody that is telling you is in the Igbo, is the governors. Don't you see Soludo? That person is just gasping for breath in the middle of say. They are not the one. Tinubu. No. Tinubu is the one holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu doesn't like releasing Nnamdi Kanu. That's the obvious. I'm an Igbo man. I'm telling you the truth. He has right to say go. Okay, when he say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go, Igbo man will go hold him. Why are you people? There's a way I answer question. I don't respect anybody. When somebody talks like he doesn't have sense, when somebody go to paper and write Igbo, they are the one holding Kanu. I can only tell you that you are being myopic and short-sighted, because when Tinubu releases, no Igbo man could go and hold him. Why are you taunting, molesting, and insulting the Igbos? It's an insult. Igbo man is not Nigerian president. Nigerian president has right to do whatever he wants to do. Why are you asking Igbo questions? It is not Igbo man's problem. We know the people we are dealing with since the war of 1967 to 1970. Igbo man has never been allowed to handle Nigeria. And look at the way they rule Nigeria. Nigeria become a dilapidated roof that is leaking water everywhere. Nigeria is leaking. Nigeria is going down. There's no ways about it. People that don't know what it takes to be a good manager, economically, people that don't know what it takes to be a good leader, they don't know. People that are giving us bad governance, they are in charge. Igbo man is better. Let us drag it till eternity. I will tell you that Igbo man manages the best establishment in Africa, even outside Africa. We are the best. People that are in charge are only Olori Buruku. Olori Buruku Nori. Nadam. After vandalizing the economy, they will call Igbo man to help them to build it. Fulani man won't know anything. Rule Nigeria for 8 years. Disappear under two years. They tell Adamu, he don't die. Somebody who don't die since. When I come here, they talk with you. No. See, make I tell you, Igbo man is the right person. Igbo man is not in charge of Kanu's case. Whether administration and Tinubu administration are in charge of Kanu's order. They are the one. I'm telling you now. Okay, why are we hiding the truth?
Let's look at it.
We don't need to hide the truth now.
Okay, but let's look at it in this aspect. Do you think that the Fulanis and the Tinubu's government signed an agreement for Tinubu not to release him?
This is the truth.
Do you think that is an agreement?
We are beginning to unearthing the truth, and the truth are coming from all angles. You see the Sadana of Sokoto asking Tinubu to please release him. Nah, lie. All of them are the same. The way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. Nigeria is asking the Igbo man for war again. You can't do anything. You are nothing. That is the body languages of Tinubu. They are still bringing the Igbo man down. Igbo was there. The same agitation. They released Igbo. Why not releasing Nnamdi Kanu? Oga, the truth is there. So revealing, so lucid. I don't know what to understand. So revealing and so lucid. There's nothing hidden about the truth of who is in charge of Nnamdi Kanu. When the same person that was agitating with him, Igbo, was released, what is causing these dirty politicians from removing their hands off the shackles and chains, binding the young man down at the DSS facilities? Kanu is a swift wind sweeping across the African continent with his other colleagues like Ibrahim Traore and so on and so forth. Within Nigeria, Kanu is bigger than Nigeria. They are all afraid of Nnamdi Kanu. They actually know that Kanu is an emperor. An emperor, indeed.
But do you agree with what Ike said that Nnamdi Kanu is the most Nnamdi Kanu is the most feared politician in Nigeria? Do you agree? He said he's scared of Nnamdi Kanu.
I am 120% agreed with him. He comes out, he tells you this, he's gonna do it. Kanu's aim is not to rule Nigeria. Kanu is not a politician. No. Kanu is agitating for Biafra on the basis of clarity, justice, and the equity. The fact that he is doing what he's doing is because Igbo man is down, over-manipulated and over-exploited, marginalized at the highest extent, and it is paining the young man. Kanu is not after on a Nigerian leadership. They have given him many incentives as bribe. Kanu did not collect, and is not going to collect it till tomorrow. He's not going to collect anything. It is too much. For over 55 years, we allow only Igbos to suffer for themselves, stealing Nigerian our national wealth, developing your regions, abandoning Igbo land, where the whole resources are coming from. What do you expect from Kanu? Kanu is not happy. He doesn't want una leadership. He doesn't want us to rock.
Ojo said Tinubu is working.
Wait, Ojo Zakalo might say anything. Oga, make una take una Aso Rock. Take una Nigeria. They go. Nigeria is not one. There are people that are Nigerians. There are people that are not Nigerians. Those ones that are not Nigerians, go and check in the southeastern Nigeria. No federal government projects in the southeastern Nigeria. We developed by ourselves with our hard-earned money.
The last thing I heard that Nnamdi Kanu has been released. I've seen people shouting for joy. Soon I'm seeing people dancing. I'm seeing keke riders. I'm seeing commercial riders riding vehicles and keke with joy. I was looking at the city. I was looking at people. Noises everywhere. I began to ask what is going on. I see every people, their faces very bright because everybody, they were all happy. God ministered to me. Said, do you know why they are happy? I said, no, Father. He said, do you know why keke riders are riding keke anyhow, jubilating? And the noise was not only in this area, all over. Outside country, in this state, in this country, in so many nations. Come to social media, the news was awesome. The last thing I heard that Nnamdi Kanu has been released. That's what I heard. Soon. And it's not going to be in a court day. Off day. Government will hands up. This is the message of God. Thank you, Father. You take this message to the people of the world. Noises everywhere. I began to ask what is going on. I see every people, their faces very bright because everybody, they were all happy. God ministered to me. Said, do you know why they are happy? I said, no, Father. He said, do you know why keke riders are riding keke anyhow, jubilating? And the noise was not only in this area, all over. Outside country, in this state, in this country, in so many nations. Come to social media, the news was awesome.
The last thing I heard that Nnamdi Kanu has been released. That's what I heard. Soon. And it's not going to be in a court day. Off day. Government will hands up. This is the message of God.
The Biafra evangelists. Let's look at a series of prophecies, series of information, word of knowledge, coming from men of God, prophesying, seeing the release of the man, Nnamdi Kanu. It is everywhere. I understand that you are an evangelist. What do you make of these revelations?
All these revelations are the revelations from God. And I have told you, if you are conversant with me, you will know in one of these TV, in this channel, I have already told you people that the Lord says the Lord. He said, I have heard the cry of my people, the cry of the people have reached heaven. And he gave me which place? He gave me Genesis chapter 4. And that Genesis chapter 4 was the case of Cain and Abel. And the Cain and Abel was murdered, and the Abel cried from the heart of the earth, and God hear him. So the Biafra, it is time for Biafra to go.
No, talk about the reason of the man, Nnamdi Kanu.
I'm coming, my brother. Excuse me. The Biafra, the time has come. God will make it clearly. He said this country, called Nigeria, has been divided. And he said again to me that this Islamic people have submitted their document. Even EU is holding the document. So Islam have submitted their own. Nigeria has broken. And now, coming to the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the prophecy is one. You know, there is a way God gives messages in different angles. Nnamdi Kanu is a man of freedom. Is a man that is not guilty. Though Nigeria is trying to place an accusation in order to nail him. But all the axes and all the angles they come, they always fail. That is to tell you, when the Lord is with somebody, who can go against him? Nobody. And that is just it. And the Bible said, touch not my anointing, according to the book of Psalm 1.
And do my prophet no harm.
God bless you. And do my prophet no harm. If you watch, ever since this Nigeria have kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, go and check from that day. Tell me what good that have ever happened or taken place in Nigeria. Nigeria have been ups and downs, facing one problem or the other. Look at what just played last after Monday court this thing. See what has played against Nigeria.
But wait, are you saying Nnamdi Kanu is like Jonah in the boat? In the boat?
Yes.
Because when Jonah was in the boat, there was
problem until they throw him into the sea.
So until they release him.
Until they free Nnamdi Kanu. That is the only time Nigeria will have peace. So they will be released.
So what Jonah is to the boat is what Nnamdi Kanu is.
That is what it is. What to Jonah? That was in the boat to the Tarshish. What he caused is what Nnamdi Kanu is causing Nigeria today.
So they throw him out and release him.
Free him, that is to throw him out. When you free Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria have freed themselves from troubles.
Then Nigeria will have peace.
That's when Nigeria will begin to think of peace. But so long Nnamdi Kanu is in their custody, so long Nnamdi Kanu remains, so long they continue to carry out their unjust justice against Nnamdi Kanu, they will continue to suffer for it.
But the man, perhaps who should know better, talking about the governor of Anambra State, recently said that the release of Nnamdi Kanu may not end insecurity in the eastern part of the country. What do you make of that statement?
Because that one is a criminal. He is the one responsible for the insecurity in Anambra State.
But that is a direct accusation.
What? I'm speaking based on what he has said. I'm like interpreting his statement. Maybe he did not think well or reason well before uttering such statement against Nnamdi Kanu. For him to utter such statement, it means that him being the governor who's supposed to protect the citizen and protect the property and protect everything under his word is the one being, destroying it. That's what it means. It is a simple analysis. There is this man that there will be peace. And somebody say, even if you release him, there's not going to be peace. That means something is going on and he himself is involved. And I've told you people before that if Nigeria is a nation or is a country working, you know, somebody like Sorudo doesn't supposed to remain in that seat as a governor. They're supposed to have arrested him. That statement, he will explain it better.
Who will make him to explain better? I understand that this is somebody that has immunity as a governor in Nigeria.
Excuse me, and that is why Nigeria is having problem. You are not above the law, and you're not supposed to be above the law. What stupid immunity? Immunity that will warrant you to be causing insecurity?
That's the position of Nigerian constitution. If you're a governor, you are immune against legal prosecution.
And that is why Nigeria will not go far. And that is why Nigeria is not getting better. And that is why Nigeria, you know, is going inside the world.
But let me take you to...
Let me tell you, look at Donald Trump. Didn't Donald Trump appear in court? Didn't the former president of America, what is his name? Clinton, didn't he appear in a court?
But wait, let me take...
But why is it that it's difficult for governor, Nigeria, any person in Nigeria cannot appear in the court?
Let me take you to another area.
Okay, take me.
Currently, Erufai's son is daring Tinubu government that they cannot arrest his father. As we speak, the commissioner of information that worked with Erufai as a governor, who doubled as the chief of staff to Erufai as a governor, is under prosecution by ICPC for alleged fraud. And Erufai is out of the country, but his son, who is a rep member, is threatening that the government cannot arrest Erufai. Is this a Fulani impunity or what?
Not a matter of a Fulani impunity. It's a matter of that same immunity that is in Nigeria.
No, the father is no longer a governor. He has lost that immunity.
But he has been governor of 8 years.
Once you hand over your office, you finish your office, your tenure expires.
Now, let me, in addition to this, what I'm saying, Fulani immunity.
Okay, it's the Fulani immunity.
Fulani's immunity. We have Fulani immunity. Because I'm telling you as one, and you say Nigerian constitution.
So the reason the son is posting
yes,
because of Fulani immunity.
Yes, and even when Erufai was a governor, he uses Fulani immunity to counter the federal government law. When they call to say that they should not use that we should start we should not use money, old money. He give an instruction and an order everyone in Kaduna State should spend old money.
And that's the same Fulani immunity.
And the same Fulani immunity. And it continues and they're spending. Even federal government didn't say anything and neither did they do anything. But and I speak to you now, let me tell you, Tinubu is afraid of Fulani immunity. He's afraid of them because you can see many of them coming out threatening him. The other one of the clergy said, Tinubu, if you did not divide this country, there will be war. Didn't you see it? What did Tinubu do? What did he say? When they stood and said this tax reform, no go anywhere. Tinubu said it goes anywhere, that and that there.
But if I may ask you, if Tinubu should dare Erufai and arrest him, maybe Secretary of Justice anyway, do you think Heaven will fall?
I don't know. It's the one that will answer that question.
No, you that is talking about.
They are the one. I don't know the one that put them there.
No, you that is
talking about. He's afraid of them. I am not the one. If they put me there, I know what to do.
But you are talking about Fulani immunity.
This is what I'm saying now. Because they are using their own immunity to place him there, and him is respecting it. But as for me, if I happen to be there, and that is why they are telling you they are afraid of Igbos. They are scared of Igbos because me, somebody like me, goes there. Thunder fire immunity.
Say thunder fire
immunity. There will be seriously disciplined. You see, all these things that is going on and is keeping quiet.
Let me remind you one thing, because in the past, someone like Erufai have said that if you kill a Fulani man, you are taking a loan that must be repaid no matter how long it takes.
You see,
you have seen the lives of Bala Mohammed, the current governor of Bauchi State, said that the Fulani man is a global citizen. That he goes about with gun in order to protect his cow as he goes about the legitimate business of cattle rearing. Okay, he goes about to protect his cow. That came from Bala Mohammed.
From Bala Mohammed. But a farmer doesn't supposed to go to farm to protect his farm crops. Yes. So if Fulani have right to go with a gun to protect a cow. So me, a farmer, supposed to have gun to protect my farm crops.
But the law do not permit you to.
Okay, but the law permits them.
The law is not permitting them.
Law did not permit them, and it did not permit me. Why are they holding gun? Anything that permits them to hold gun should equally permit me to hold gun.
Because even
and a situation whereby I am not permitted and they are permitted, definitely that shows
double standard.
You understand? It means that me, I am not recognized, and which I need to be recognized.
No, even currently, the Megala chairman Bodejo is in detention because federal government accused him of banditry. He was arrested, and currently the federal government has secured court order to keep him for 2 months to enable the complete investigation. And people are talking that before now nobody could question Mietiala and his chairman. Currently, somebody is challenging allegation of banditry against him. Do you think Tinubu government is doing right in that regard?
In that aspect, they take a step, but not by taking that step. What kind of prison is demand? What kind of prison?
He's in detention.
What kind of detention did they give him?
The military arrested him.
Military arrested, no be them. They
accuse him of banditry.
They accuse him of banditry. The one that is still going on, what is it called? Is it not the same banditry?
But is it not a right step in the right direction?
Which right step? There are what we call right step. If you want to take a right step, take it according to the law and treat the matter according to the law. And you treat the person the way you're supposed to treat that person. Not that, okay, has he been ever alleged or called a terrorist? Yeah? Has he been recognized as a terrorist? But okay, to look at a man that have nothing was called a terrorist.
No, he's innocent until proven otherwise by a court of jurisdiction. Talking about the man Nnamdi Kanu. Don't forget that before now, Court of Appeal have ruled that he was extraordinary rendition for Kenya to Nigeria. As such, the federal government have lost every right to prosecute him. He should be released unconditionally. But beyond that, let me take you to Zamfara State, okay, where the residents of Maru local government have burned now the Emir's Palace, a section of the Emir's Palace anyway. And the reason is not far-fetched. They were protesting for the abduction of 10 persons from the village. And part of the people who were abducted is the chief imam of Maru Central Mosque and his wife and children. The way it is, the Emir Palace have been burned down. And the people who are involved in this banditry, the finger points to Fulani.
You see the same thing I'm saying. That means that place that the person that they kidnapped could be an Islam, not a jihadist. You know, there are two things. The jihadist, that is the Fulani, and a real Islam. The one that follow the Islam the way it should.
But let's look at the burning of the palace emir, the palace of the emir.
Because they believe that emir is supposed to have prevented all this. They are a kind of expressing their feelings, their anger. That palace is supposed to have taken a step in order to curb some certain actions being taken by these wicked souls.
No, actually, information having that they were engaging in peaceful protests against the kidnapping, and they were dispersed by the security agencies.
That is what I'm saying.
Them to go and burn down.
Yes, you are still saying what I'm saying. They are taking the right step. They expected him to do something, because the security personnel doesn't supposed to earn anything that requires peacefully. You understand? Because that is the only means by which the people can express their own feeling. Can as well tell you this is what you are doing that they don't like, that which requires you to look into it.
But let me remind you that when this happened in your a similar thing happened in your state, talking about Ebonyi, the governor Mufuru advised people not to go for a physical attack. I think that it is a good advice. But when it happened in Delta State, I think in Biri also, the people burned out the settlement of Fulani herdsmen. But what is the situation with Ebonyi State? Has it been resolved?
It has not been resolved.
Are you living in peace with your people now?
No. As this thing is now, no peace in Ebonyi State. Didn't you hear that the mosques in what is the name of Afikpo? God bless you. The mosques in Afikpo have been pulled down because of what happened.
That is an allegation.
It is not an allegation.
It has not been proven.
It's not an allegation. And that was why they started. Oh, yeah, go ahead and do that. You can do that.
I'll do that subsequently.
You understand? Because they said that place, you know, they went and attacked immediately. They put down the way which they started complaining.